Hello and welcome to this edition of the Mill P Writes Newshour. I'm your host, Greg Miller of millpwrites.com, author of Demons Within, co-host of the Demons Within podcast, and of course, your host for this show. So what we do here is just a little bit of news, not for an hour. So the first story, this is a pretty interesting one. It comes out of Canada. A woman, and excuse me, I know my glasses make me smart, but it doesn't give me these rudimentary skills like sounding things out. So this woman, her name is Shannon Gauthier, something like that. Well, she's been sober now for 22 months. Props to you. That's incredible. But to help her get sober, what she did is rather unique. She refurbished a trailer, and it's full of Barbie things and creepy dolls. Creepy is the word that the article used, not one that I used. I personally think it's awesome. She is literally a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world, and I couldn't be more proud of her. I love seeing stories like this. The key, you don't have to refurbish a trailer into the form of a Barbie house, but you have to do something with purpose that you enjoy doing. Something that you can do to fill your life with joy, with purpose, because once you feel that joy, it's so much easier to combat the demons within. And that's just facts. Now, Mrs. Mrs. Gauthier, she's up in Canada, like I said. It's about time. So the headline of the article says that the dolls are creepy. Now, I don't know if that's the actual writer of the article making that opinionated statement, or if that's actually the word said by Mrs. Gauthier. I'm pretty sure it's the words of Mrs. Gauthier. But again, I just read the headline because I'm an American in 2023, so I read a headline, I get all my facts, formulate an opinion, and I stand by it staunchly, no matter what anybody says to change my mind. So well done, Mrs. Gauthier. Our next story is about interrupting. Interrupting is something I'm very good at. I'm very good at interrupting people. I've been doing it my whole life. So this study comes out of Stanford, and they're basically saying that interrupting is a symptom of cognitive disorders like ADHD. So yeah, that's pretty awesome if you ask me, because now I have a foolproof excuse to remove any liability when I interrupt people. I'm just going to be interrupting here, there, everywhere, nonstop. You talk, interrupt. You talk, interrupt. You say something, sorry, I'm talking. But no, in all seriousness, interrupting is something that, interrupting, regardless of the reasons, like this article says that there are underlying medical or psychological reasonings behind this. I believe they use the word action cancellation, which is the ability to stop the execution of a prepared motor response. So something about the brain circuitry in people with ADHD that are making this action cancellation thing come to fruition. But, besides that, what I've learned in recovery is that you have to learn to talk to people. You got to listen. You have to listen. Talking is not speaking at somebody. It's going off what they say. It's learning. It's listening. It's being empathetic, sympathetic, caring, interested, curious. It's all these things. That's what goes into a conversation. That's what goes into talking. But now, with all that being said, I still will interrupt people. Now, this study, it also has to throw in the disclaimer that not all people who are perpetual interrupters suffer from some type of cognitive disorder. So to that I say, fuck you. I'm interrupting all day, every day. I'm going to interrupt myself right now. What? See? Just did it. Now, we're going to try something a little new here, a new segment that I like to call Q&A with you and May. We're going to answer some questions, viewer-submitted questions, about any topic about mental health, addiction, or alcoholism. It's going to be nice, about spirituality, about books, about literature, whatever you guys want. Okay, so let's put the first question up. Why don't you look at the camera? Well, I guess that's a good question, but I don't use a teleprompter. I do not use a teleprompter. It's all off the dome. It's off the top of the dome. It's off the top of the dome because what's under the dome needs to come out. And in doing so, I've always been a wandering speaker. I'm a wandering speaker. I look here, I look there, I look up there, I look in my environment. I live in the environment. I live in the now, the present moment. All right, next question. Why do you look wet? I don't know. Do I look wet? Did I look wet? Could be the Sicilian heritage. Nice little oily skin complexion. Mediterranean vibes here and there, you know. I don't know. Whatever. Next question. Your hair sucks. That's not even a question. Not even a question. All right, let's get a good one here. Put up one more, please. Why did you use Steve Buscemi? You could have just used yourself. You also have... Okay. All right, we're going to table this for now. We'll maybe revisit the Q&A at a later date. Well, yeah, so that's all I got for you today. Thanks for tuning in. And look for the Demons Within podcast, which is now available on all platforms. The videos on YouTube. We got more Mill P Writes Newshour coming out. The book, Demons Within, is also coming out soon, so stay tuned. Thank you.